Think and Grow Rich. Oh, we're recording it now. Right. Think and Grow Rich. For those of you who did not hear my major announcement last week, I finally finished Think and Grow Rich after a year and 8 months of it being on my bedside table. And the first thing I said when Katherine said, "What did you think?" I said, "I need to read it again." So, so there you go. There's that. Then with my sticky notes on it, and I'm going to talk about these sticky notes in a second, Katherine. Okay. The Science of Getting Rich. Some of you, your book might, if you're doing this with us, which we're going to talk about in a second, I bought the one off Amazon with the study guide in it, just because I'm always like looking for extra help. So I thought maybe a study guide would help me. So we realized after last week, so we're talking about a book that we're reading for the book of the month for next month in Sage Navigation, but we're starting to read it in our Wednesday night Rich Thinking to Grow book club. So we have a lot to talk about, but one thing I just wanted to mention was this is the book. So if anybody's interested, we're starting this book at 7 o'clock tonight. Register at sagenavigation.ca if you haven't already, because it's a private Zoom room. So if you don't have the link, you're not going to be able to hear us and spend time with us tonight, which I'm very excited about. I have my tea. I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to have my tea and my blanket and my bed. I'm going to have my camera off maybe, because I'm going to be very cozy. Anyways, Katherine, that was a good one. And then I'm putting this out there. I want to know if anybody's read this. Smart Women Finish Rich. Okay, it's by David Bach. So Katherine, I think you're familiar with it.
Also been on my that as our first book.
Was that our first one?
First book.
Also been on my bedside table for over a year. So for those of you that have read it, let me know what you think. Those of you who haven't read it, join me. As I started, I like to read one book at a time, Katherine. We can talk about this, but I like to read one book at a time. You read multiple books, I know.
I know. Not that it's necessarily great. The key is knowing what works for you, right? Like it's effective for you to do that. I have an awful lot of energy, and my head is always all over. And there's things I do to stay focused. So you hear about OCD and ADD and ADHD, and I don't know whether I was or am any of those. I wouldn't go to a doctor with it for sure. My mother definitely wouldn't have. So I don't know. Here's what I know, that my whole life, I took for granted that we were all the same. Like I take this divine oneness law as all for one for all, we're together. If I got this, you got this too.
Like, so you take for granted that everybody knows what the divine oneness law is.
Yeah. I know. Right. So it is the first universal law that we're all connected as one. Right. So a lot of it is based, and I won't get off track with it. What I will say, we'll cover that at one point because it's great. We take the appropriate laws with the topic at hand. Like, the law of compensation is financial wealth. The law of vibration and attraction is mental wealth.
You made me think. That is why, see how I bought the one with the study guide? Sage Navigation is basically everyone's study guide, right? If you think about it, right? Because you can all go off and read the how many universal laws are there?
Well, they have them categorized as 7 and 10 and 12. And I have to tell you, it's been my big challenge to follow that. So,
so let's just say there are 10 universal laws or 7 universal laws, but
7 natural laws.
But without a conversation about them, without joining the community, without having this, for me, I'm just like, okay, that's great. I think somebody in our community said it best. Okay, but now what?
Now
you
what?
Can these things, but now what? And that's what I think.
That's what I love about Sage Navigation is that it's never now what. It's always what's next.
Right.
Okay? So it's not like one is like, oh, I'm stuck. What do I do now?
What am I supposed to do now?
No. Right. Now, now we are working with you. So we say the law of attraction and vibration are a nice couple. And many of them are couples, so you know. And when it comes to dealing with the financial pillar, which that's what we're going to be doing on Monday. Law of compensation is going to come into play, because these laws, and one would say the universe's laws, the divine mind, the grace, God. I've heard so many terms for everything out there that's unseen. Sure. Okay, unseen, different religions, they have different gods, different faiths, but really it's a supreme being. It's something outside of you. And the whole thing is when you understand how that works, yeah, well, watch out, because what it is in one, and I just learned this from my studies with Napoleon Hill, so you're going to appreciate this one. It's so simply said. So we have thoughts and ideas. Yeah. And what we understand the conscious mind, which if you don't get hung up on anything, reach out. That's why we're here. Call me, reach out. I want to chat. I'd be glad to have a conversation with you. So everything's available to everybody. You don't have to read the whole book. I can give you a brief thing, guide you to go for books if you want to dive deeper. But here's the thing. What you have to understand is your mind is divided. And if I go by Sigmund Freud, I'll add another layer, but we're not going to do that. If we just take the basic, okay? Yeah. And you take the mind into two, conscious and subconscious. Your conscious mind is a receiver in many ways. It's receiving all kinds of stuff. And it says, no, I don't want that. Yes, I want that. You are actually letting everything in through your conscious mind. What you feel, what you say, perfect conscious mind. The subconscious mind, it is storing everything. It's a storage container that takes the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, everything. And it just stays there. What it does with it, well, that's another story. We're not going to go into that, but it's in the subconscious mind. And what I've just learned is that's the broadcaster. Like, in Think and Grow Rich, they have the broadcasting, receiving station. The brain is broadcasting and receiving. Yeah. Well, just imagine this. I have an idea and I want something. I really want it. I program my subconscious mind so that it's clear. My subconscious mind connects with the universe and it says, I want that. Are you not listening? I want that. Just in case you're not listening, I'll say it again. Repeat, 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 repeat. Eventually the universe says, how bad do you want it? I'm going to throw some obstacles in your way. So it throws you some little obstacles and adversity, temporary defeat. You decide, wait a minute. I know what I want. No, here's my goal. You're trying to mix me up. I have faith. I believe in me and I believe in what I'm doing. Now, all of a sudden, the universe sends the message. Where does it appear? In the conscious. The conscious all of a sudden gets an idea. The idea came from somewhere. It started with a thought, which was in your subconscious. You sent it out. And the universe came back and gave you the solution. Thomas Edison had problems. He goes to bed, takes a nap, and comes back with the solution. I love it. I did too.
I actually have to say, my equivalent, mine is driving. I find that when I'm driving, and maybe it's because I was driving a lot for the last few years, but like on the road and a chauffeur for my, I do like even on the weekend, I had something that was kind of stirring about in my brain. I am not going to say stuck, Catherine, because I don't like that word, but there was just something I couldn't quite get a good and I thought, I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to go for a drive in the country by myself. And I did. And it was a way for me to actually stop the world and like just be with me. And it worked. Anyways, we have something exciting to talk about. And I'm looking at the time because we are going to talk about being able to focus on one thing at a time. It is time, for those of you who are not aware of this, it is time to focus on our financial pillar. Just the financial pillar, right? We want to talk about financial wealth. We want to dive a little deeper. Don't we all want to dive a little deeper into money? I know I do. A big pool of it. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I like the song. There's a song called It's Raining Men. I like the song. It's raining money. It's raining money. It's raining riches. It's all coming. Yeah, all coming. But you have to welcome it, right?
Well, this is it. And so we have some on Monday at lunchtime. We want people to spend Monday lunch with us. That's what we're here to ask. Would you like to have lunch with us on Monday? We are going to be together, and we are going to be with the Sage navigators that have already signed up, and those that are, we might even, well, no, not might even, we also have some new people joining us. So we're excited to talk to people about money and about our relationship with money.
Yeah, your relationship and how it's exciting. It's not about, you just got the bill. It's a hard time for bills. I'm just spending $10,000 for my son to go into law school. Another bill coming to pay the rent. You got two. You got
sent two off to the university, and then I didn't even.
And one in hockey. That's costing money.
But then also, I'll just be like, again, like we just found out yesterday, our vehicle requires not just winter tires; it needs all 4 brand new tires. $2,000 that we did not plan on.
There you go. So all of you sitting there with these bills coming in, you know what? I want you to take a break from this attitude. Another bill. Take a break. Take a break. And instead say, oh, I'm going to have new tires, and they're winter tires. They're going to make me safe.
So here's something I'm going to add to that, Catherine.
Please.
It is a conscious effort that is required to change that reaction. And that is why I think that our Fall in Love with Money, that we're doing, the event that we're having on Monday at lunch, we used to do it as a 3-day. We've done it in the past as a 3-day course for people. We've condensed it down to 1 hour. We've really just, we're your Coles Notes. We're giving it to you straight. We're giving it to you efficiently. And what I really want to remind everybody is this is not something that happens overnight. You don't suddenly wake up and go, oh, my whole relationship with money is completely different than it was yesterday. No, you have, like every relationship in your life, you have to work at this.
And you have to call for it. You have to call.
Yeah. Definitely.
The phone's ringing, the money's there. Are you answering it? The guy just called or the girl just called to go on a date with you, but you didn't answer the phone.
Right.
How long you think the other side's going to wait?
Definitely.
But you brought up something really, really great, and it's important that everybody knows there won't be a replay for this.
No
replay. You have to show up live. And you know what? This is going to happen Monday, and it won't happen again for another 5 or 6 months. So if you missed it, you're missing an opportunity. You're going to have a scroll. You're going to have a workbook. And you're going to have activity, action steps.
Well, and action, sorry, I was going to say, oh my gosh, I lost my word. The access to you and I. So we can talk about these things. You can ask us questions. We can tell you what you're, if you're thinking about it, something and you're confused, we're there to help. But also I was just about to say that, I just lost my train of thought because I had 2 at once. See, only one thing at a time. Monday lunchtime, come join us. We want to talk about money. We're talking about the scroll. It was right before you said something about the scroll, but I thought
go to the website and sign up.
That's a must. That would be what we would recommend. And we're not
ready to fall in love. Get ready to fall in love. And you know how that goes.
Yeah. And even just do a pulse check. Where are you at with your with your friend money? Where are you at? Have you spent the last few weeks being appreciative, being open, being ready for more? Or do you need a little jump start to go, look, you know what? The holidays are coming. I am sorry, but I'm a big holiday Christmas person. So I'm already thinking, okay, holidays are coming. Well, guess what? That requires some money. So what is that going to look like? How are we going to have the abundance? And also, how much is enough? My favorite question, how much is enough? What do you need? You, not the person beside you, not to prove to somebody else something. How much is enough for you?
And don't be, you know what? If you have a lot and you have more than the people in your life right now,
Yeah.
which is okay, don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Don't let anybody make you feel embarrassed because you have everything that you wanted. And because that's another thing that comes with riches. Sometimes we hold ourselves back. We put the shade on because we don't want to say, oh, or you don't have enough. Don't be embarrassed because you're with people that have so much more. Just be you everywhere you are, and everything will come. So we're coming back at 6:30 to talk about book club and Think and Grow Rich. So we're going to leave you for
Well,
10
and
minutes.
the science of getting rich.
And the science of the signs of getting rich are found in Sage Navigation.
Book we might have to write, Catherine. We've talked about these signs, S-I-G-N-S, often because I misunderstood the title of this book for so long. We have to write that in our back pocket.
Well, I think that it wasn't what she misunderstood. It's just how sometimes I roll my eyes and I speak fast, and
I get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you guys, everybody back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. See you all soon. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.